Welcome to the lab. The global supplement industry is worth over $200 billion a year, and a significant portion of that money is spent by people over 60, people who are trying to do the right thing for their health, who are reading the labels, who are spending real money every month. Some of those supplements are genuinely earning their place in your routine. Others are doing nothing except emptying your wallet. And in some cases, they are interacting with your medications in ways that could actively cause harm. Today, we are going through 9 supplements in total, 5 that have consistent peer-reviewed evidence behind them for adults over 60 with the specific doses that matter, and 4 that are among the most marketed, most purchased supplements in the senior health category, with little or no clinical evidence to justify the cost. Put your notepad away. I have prepared a free PDF cheat sheet with all 9 supplements, the evidence rating for each, the clinically studied doses, and the key interactions to discuss with your doctor. It is in the video description below, or screenshot the reference screens later in the video. Watch the full explanations first. The doses and interactions matter as much as the supplements themselves. Before we go through the list, I want to ask you something personal. How much do you currently spend on supplements each month? And, more importantly, do you actually know whether any of them are working? Not whether you feel better on days you take them, but whether there is real clinical evidence that the specific product at the dose you are taking is doing something measurable for someone your age? Write it in the comments. Tell us which supplement you are most uncertain about, because one of the most common things I hear is that people are spending 60, 80, 100 pounds or dollars a month on supplements, and nobody has ever sat them down and told them which ones the evidence actually supports. Here is the problem with most supplement research, and it is important to understand this before looking at the evidence. The supplement industry is not regulated in the same way as pharmaceuticals. Manufacturers are not required to prove that their products work before selling them. The evidence that exists is often industry-funded, uses inadequate doses, tests the supplement in healthy young adults rather than older people with age-related conditions, or measures surrogate outcomes, things like blood levels of a nutrient rather than actual clinical outcomes like reduced falls, improved cognition, or lower cardiovascular events. This means that a supplement can have hundreds of studies cited on its label, while the actual evidence for clinical benefit in adults over 60 is weak or absent. The 5 supplements we are going to discuss first all have genuine evidence from independent peer-reviewed trials for meaningful clinical outcomes in older adults, not just blood level improvements, actual health outcomes. Supplement 1, Vitamin D3 combined with Vitamin K2. We covered vitamin D in detail in a previous video, but it is worth repeating the key point here. The evidence for vitamin D supplementation in older adults is genuinely strong for 3 outcomes: fall and fracture risk reduction, immune function support, and muscle strength maintenance. The critical detail: it must be D3, cholecalciferol, not D2, as D3 is significantly more effective at raising blood levels. The dose that has been shown to be clinically meaningful is between 1,000 and 2,000 international units per day for maintenance and up to 4,000 units under medical supervision if levels are significantly low. K2, specifically the MK7 form, is added because it directs the calcium that vitamin D helps absorb into the bones rather than into the arterial walls. The combination is consistently recommended by both the American Geriatric Society and the National Osteoporosis Foundation. Supplement 2, Magnesium Glycinate. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions, including muscle function, blood pressure regulation, blood sugar control, and sleep quality. According to the National Institutes of Health, up to 50% of adults over 60 have insufficient magnesium intake from diet alone, and many common medications deplete magnesium further. The specific form matters. Magnesium glycinate has significantly higher bioavailability and lower risk of digestive side effects than magnesium oxide. Clinical studies published in Magnesium Research and the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that magnesium supplementation in older adults with insomnia significantly improved sleep efficiency, reduced early morning cortisol, and improved blood sugar regulation. Dose range: 200 to 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium per day, taken in the evening. Supplement 3, omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. The evidence for cardiovascular benefit, anti-inflammatory effect, and cognitive maintenance in older adults is substantial. The VITAL study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that omega-3 supplementation at 1 gram per day significantly reduced the risk of major cardiovascular events, particularly heart attack. DHA specifically is required for myelin integrity, the insulation around nerve fibers, and lower DHA levels are consistently associated with faster cognitive decline. Dose: 1 to 2 grams of combined EPA and DHA daily from fish oil or algae-based omega-3. Always inform your doctor if you take anticoagulant medications. Supplement 4, creatine monohydrate. Creatine is one of the most well-researched supplements in existence, and it is almost never discussed in the context of older adults. It is not a bodybuilding product. It is a naturally occurring compound that plays a direct role in energy production in muscle cells. A systematic review and meta-analysis published in the journal Nutrients, examining randomized controlled trials in older adults, found that creatine supplementation combined with resistance exercise produced significantly greater gains in muscle mass and strength than exercise alone. Evidence also supports a neuroprotective effect. Dose: 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate per day with food. No loading phases needed. Safe, inexpensive, and evidence-based. Supplement 5, vitamin B12, specifically in methylcobalamin form. After 60, gastric acid production often declines, which impairs B12 absorption from food. Standard cyanocobalamin B12 supplements require adequate stomach acid to be converted to the active form. Methylcobalamin is the already active form that does not require this conversion step. Dose: 1,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin daily, sublingual or standard oral at that dose. If you take metformin, proton pump inhibitors, or have had any gastric surgery, B12 deficiency is especially likely and should be monitored with your doctor. Now the 4. These are mainstream, heavily marketed supplements that millions of older adults are buying every month based on marketing claims that the clinical evidence simply does not support. Waste number 1, collagen supplements, oral collagen peptides. When you swallow collagen, your digestive system breaks it down into its component amino acids. It does not travel intact to your joints or skin. A 2021 systematic review published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine examined 12 randomized controlled trials of oral collagen supplementation on joint pain and function in older adults with osteoarthritis and found the evidence insufficient to support a clinical recommendation. Save your money. Waste number 2, glucosamine and chondroitin for joint pain. The largest randomized controlled trial ever conducted on these supplements, the GATE trial, published in the New England Journal of Medicine by the National Institutes of Health, found that neither glucosamine nor chondroitin, alone or in combination, performed significantly better than placebo in the overall study group. If you have been taking these for years and feel they help you, this is worth discussing with your doctor. But for most people, the evidence does not support the cost. Waste number 3, most generic multivitamins. The Physicians' Health study published in JAMA found no significant reduction in cancer, cardiovascular disease, or cognitive decline from a standard multivitamin in men over 50. Most multivitamins contain nutrients at doses too low to have any measurable clinical effect in forms with poor bioavailability. If you are using a multivitamin as insurance against a nutritional gap, you would be better served identifying the specific deficiency through blood testing and supplementing that nutrient specifically in a bioavailable form at a clinically meaningful dose. Waste number 4, detox and cleansing supplements. The premise that the body accumulates toxins that supplements can remove is not supported by human physiology or clinical evidence. Your liver, kidneys, and lymphatic system perform continuous, sophisticated detoxification around the clock. No oral supplement enhances this process in a healthy person. Many detox supplements contain herbal compounds that interact with common medications, including blood thinners, diabetes medications, and cardiovascular drugs. This is a category where spending money is not just ineffective, it carries real interaction risk. One rule to carry with you: before buying any supplement, ask 3 things. What is the specific clinical outcome the evidence shows? In what population and at what dose? If those 3 questions do not have clear answers, put the bottle back. Grab your free PDF or screenshot the reference tables and subscribe for more lab science. Stay strong, stay safe.